Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, you are going to be using a joystick in Roblox flight simulators. Yep, this is totally something that have not been done before, but so what I'm going to do now is set up the joystick first so that we can fly it in PTFS or Roblox overall. So the way I'm going to do this is by a neat little software called Joystick here. Now basically what this thing does is it takes your joystick inputs and it translates them into mouse or keyboard inputs. So for example here, as you can see, if I move my stick to the right, it detects it. I've set a function to move the mouse to the right. Yeah, I have set for example, if I move the stick backwards, it will move the mouse up, so the plane will rotate and fly upwards. And if I push the stick down, the mouse will go downwards and the plane will go downwards. Simple, right? And I've also assigned some of the stuff here. So for example, the throttle is right here, these two buttons here, and then the gear should be here, but I've set it to P for some reason. So let me just quickly change that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's test if this works. So we'll try it on PTFS first, because that is the simplest flight simulator on Roblox, and hopefully it will work, I guess. Also, if you're wondering, this little throttle quadrant here, it doesn't work. The Joystick keys, the software doesn't detect it, so that sucks as well, because I would love this to be my throttle, but yeah, we'll have to use these weird buttons. I would have set this in Microsoft Flight Simulator to be the trim up and trim down, but in this game it's gotta be the throttle, which really sucks. How many times have I said sucks today? So let's spawn a plane. So we'll just go an Airbus for today, because this is a stick after all and not a yoke. So what is the newest plane we've got? Yeah, I guess we'll go with the A350. Nice modern plane to start our day with the joystick. Here we go, welcome on board our Qatari A350. Now let's just test quickly. As you can see, if I move the stick, the mouse actually moves as well. Now that's quite cool. So for all this stuff like flaps or engines, I will still have to do it on keyboard because this thing doesn't have that much buttons. So let's just start the engine by pressing E. Okay, now let's increase the throttle. As you can see, if I press it, the throttle actually increases. That's nice. And if we move the stick, yeah, the plane steers. So yes, it indeed does work. So today we'll try it on PTFS and Project Flight. Let me know if you'd like me to try the joystick on any other Roblox flight simulator. But today we'll hopefully be able to do one successful flight in PTFS and Project Flight. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, flaps, get them out. Alright, 50% stabilized. And let's go. Flex 95. I mean, that's probably not the usual temperature for flex. It's fine. Just get a nicer view a little bit. Lock this. Okay, V1 rotate. Yo, we're flying. The Roblox stuff is messed up. Okay, gear up. There we go, it works. We're flying a plane with a joystick and PTFS. How cool is this? Alright, let's recheck the flaps. We'll go clean now and max throttle. So we'll fly to Perth Airport. Oh, Perth is straight ahead. Oh well, it kinda sucks, but yeah, it's fine. So we are climbing nicely here. It's a little bit jerky, I guess you could say, the movements. But I mean, yeah, if it's realistic, it's a little bit jerky as well, right? I gotta move so much just to move the plane a little bit. As you can see, this button, small button here, it toggles the camera mode. So yeah, why am I lagging now? That's not ideal. Okay, and we'll enter cruise mode. Holding that. Nah, why is it jittering or stuttering or something? That's not cool at all. So we are approaching Perth right now. So I think it's time to begin our descent. So let's untoggle cruise mode and toggle back the free, the control mode. And yep, hold on, lower our throttle a little bit because we are way too fast. 500 knots isn't an ideal speed for landing. First person experience, yeah, it is quite cool as well, but I mean, it's probably not as immersive as you'd have expected it to be, because I don't know, there's as much of GUIs on the screen and stuff. It's not that good. So let's deploy one flaps now to get the plane slowing down a little bit. Lower the throttle as well. Oh, why is this plane a little bit jerky? Okay, let's go back to third person. Alright, let's lock the view first because it's a little bit weird. So lower the throttle, deploy more flaps. We can't right now because we are not at 250 knots. There we go. Yep. And we'll probably do a max flaps landing. So let's deploy that and just to gear now. Oh, we are stalling. No, that is not ideal as well. Come on, dude. It's so hard just to keep this thing in the air. Yeah, we are perfectly on the puppies and the speed is a little bit erratic right now, but who cares? 150. Right, move the throttle by 1%. It goes to like 500 knots. That's crazy. Okay, 54. Please, come on. Just stay consistent. There we go. 55, 741 knots. Please, just stay at that speed, alright? Now let's concentrate on landing this plane, which is quite hard using a joystick because it's heavy. It's a little bit heavier than your usual mouse that many people use. So I'm not wearing headphones right now, so I can't hear the callouts. Oh, no! Ah! Oh, how did that turn out so horribly? Nah. Okay then. So that was our flight on the joystick in PTFS, and obviously it turned out horrible. Now let's go to Project Flight. Welcome back, guys. Okay, let's go to Project Flight. I have not reconfigured any buttons because I don't know. I forgot honestly what the Project Flight controls are. So that's just my bad. Okay, hold on, let's change up some things because Project Flight controls, the key buttons are different. So this button here should be A, because A is to activate controls like Project Flight. And what's the other buttons? G is basically R. So everything is the same. Of course, the main menu doesn't pop up, even though it's been loading for eternity. I don't know why this always happens in PTFS, Project Flight. And I don't know if there's a workaround around it. My solution is to just reset the character repeatedly. No, I'll just see you when this thing is finally loaded in. But for now, it isn't, obviously, because it will never load in. Oh, there we go. Finally, you stupid. Okay, so let's fly now. We'll fly this 737 because I am trying to see what the cockpit will look like with this thing. So have you got an umbrella coming? Because it's in the background. Alright, 737. Alright, so here we are now playing. So if we activate controls, yep, it works. But it's still a little bit weird. I'll explain why in a second. But for now, push back, start our engines. LLL. There we go. Simple as that. We have got cabin lights here, which is quite nice. Arguably, not arguably, factually nice. So let's view the cockpit. I mean, stop loading the cockpit if it doesn't even load in. Now we'll just try to land at Southampton because I don't know, man. Project Flight is kind of weird. It's a little bit kind of off vibe for me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm kind of irritated now because the loading already takes so long, and now I don't know, the plane's moving so slow, but now it's suddenly going up to 30 knots. Wow, great, dude. Wow, slow down there, buddy. Right, there we go. And take off. Full power. Yeah, we've not really got rudder here, so it's a little bit difficult to keep the center line. Okay, V1, rotate. Oh my god, what's going on? Oh, it's inverted, I forgot. So we'll have to push downwards to get this plane up. That's so stupid. Anyways, yeah, we have successfully taken off. Hold on. I mean, we have successfully. Okay, let's just change this quickly. So we'll have to invert this. So down and up, quickly. Okay, there we go. Finally, it works again. Oh my god. Okay, so let's land at Southampton. Get the gear down. Yeah, it's much simple. Oh, Southampton is literally right there. Yo, okay. Spoilers, get them going. I hate the loading exterior stuff, it's so weird. And I don't think it actually helps at all. Oh my god, the controls are so sluggish. Oh, we are stalling now. Yeah, I forgot to use the throttle on the joystick, but it doesn't matter because it sucks anyways, everything sucks now. Let's just nosedive a little bit, that won't hurt anybody, right? Probably our speed, it will hurt. I can't speak. Okay, get the spoilers back. Oh sh. I'm trying, man. Mouse moves so slow. Okay. Probably it's not project. Okay, flare. Butter. Oh my god. Anyways, we bounced again, so we're probably going to be dying here because we'll overrun. Oh my god, stop bouncing again! What the hell is the problem? Just get me out of this plane, it's so horrible. So as you can see, Project Flight definitely did not turn out great, but PTFS kind of worked. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for watching today's video. I'll see you very soon. So you should be able to see the joystick up here. So the first game we're gonna play today is PTFS because it's probably the simplest game to play a joystick on, because you know, it doesn't have that many complicated controls, so we can just use it with this stick here. Okay, good. So it seems like there's not that many people in this public server, but that's fine. There's some guy here though named Fancarolis. Okay, open the spawner and then we can select our airliner, which is the 777. You know what, let's go with Qatar Airways. I don't know, I'm just feeling it right now. So yep, jump into the cockpit. And so now, oh, there's some lightning back there, that's quite insane. So for miscellaneous controls like flaps, gears and engines, I'll still have to do it on the keyboard here, if you can see. So yeah, let's start our engine by pressing E. So to increase the throttle, I'll have to press on these two buttons here. So to go up, I just press the top one, and then as you can see, we are pushing back, although we have to steer immediately because this plane is quite weird. So today we're not just using the joystick on a typical flight like this, the typical 777 from RNG to Rockford or whatever. I'm going to try some challenges using this joystick. For example, landing on Sabah with the biggest plane, or maybe doing the shortest flight with this, or maybe trying to butter with this joystick. I don't know, let's see if we can just do many challenges with this. So if you got any ideas below, just let me know and I'll probably do it with this thing. Anyways, as we speak, we have completed our pushback here. So let's press H to get the flaps to 2, our takeoff setting, and then increase the throttle again. There we go. I don't know what happened, but the joystick. Oh, so that was why. So as you can see there, as you saw there, it seemed like the joystick disconnected or whatever. It wasn't receiving any inputs from the game. But the truth is, I just pressed C to toggle the camera mode, so that's why it didn't work. So if you notice, if I twist this stick, there's supposed to be rudder, but I can't set this up because the Joystick software doesn't work. It doesn't detect these kind of movements, the twist and stuff. Anyways, I think there's a guy landing. Oh my god, I didn't expect this. but he's quite laggy though. Alright, let's see his landing. Is it good? I feel bad for a plane, bro. Okay, wow, that was a great touchdown, my guy. Oh my god, what? Yo, this airport is crazy. That landed on top of us, and he almost crashed into us. And then there's another Emirates 777. What is this? Okay, we are on the runway. Let's increase our takeoff thrust to 40%. Make sure everything is stable. Apply downwards force. Okay, cool. And then we can increase it to toga. Okay, normally I'm used to using the rudder here, but for now I've got to use the aileron because this is PTFS. And okay, we're going to crash into the... Okay, oh my god, I forgot where okay, so the controls. Okay, cool. Positive rate, gear up, G. There we go. Slow down there. There you go. We have successfully taken off from Orange Airport here. So now where do we fly to? I don't know, maybe Rockford. Okay, retract the flaps here, and this one as well. So now let's fly to our destination airport, which is Greater Rockford, right to our east. So this plane is quite heavy. I mean, it's not really that consistent in handling, especially using this thing here, which was definitely not designed for PTFS. It's probably designed for professional flight sims, but yeah. Let's center the stick back on. So we are reaching our cruising altitude, and then we can press R to hold the plane here, and then yep, our controls are now steady. We can just freely move them whenever we want. So it has seemed like we are approaching the island of Rockford, so let's disengage our cruise mode and fly this plane downwards. I still can't keep remembering that I have to press the camera mode here. It's a toggle. So I'm planning to land on the seaside runway, not the... Oh, we are overspeeding, that's great. Slow down the throttle. Okay, oh, we are way too low. 1100 feet is not that ideal this far from the runway. So let's increase our altitude and get back into the cockpit, please. Okay, so we are perfect on the puppies right there, as you can see. Deploy more flaps, and we can begin turning to our runway. Oh, okay, watch the altitude. It's way too low. And we are also way off the glide slope here, so this approach isn't that good. It's not good actually. Land speed, we can deploy our gear here and more flaps. Our final stage of flaps, flap 3 for landing. And slow down a bit more. Flying down heavy is much better, man. So in theory, if I just place my mouse on the runway here, will the plane just fly automatically to it? Let's try it here. So just keep our mouse on the runway, which is quite hard. Like, it moves in squares and circles. It's so constant and linear. It doesn't seem like a real mouse at this point. Up too low. Okay, maybe not the put mouse on runway thingy. We just fly manually now. Seems like there's another plane on the other end of the runway. What? There's so many planes here. Yeah. Wait, where's their name tags? I can't see. I don't know what plane that is, but... Oh, Quake 5359. Can you get off the runway, please? I'm landing. Yep, thank you very much, thank you. Wow, he actually read my mind, that's crazy. I think we're way too fast for how light our plane is. Okay, let's try and butter, please. If you butter this, we'll have to... Oh, we're float. That's so so cruel. And then slow down. We're almost at the end of the runway. What? We're overrunning. That's actually... What is this? Okay, this was a disaster. Okay. Can we exit? Vacate the runway, please. Yo, this hasn't gone to plan at all. Check the runway, please. Yeah. So the commercial flight was a disaster, but that's fine. We can move on to our next challenge, which is to land a big plane at Sabah, which is the shortest runway. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So here's the Antonov, the biggest plane in the game. So we'll take off from Tokyo here and then head straight for Sapa Airport, which is just back there. And then we'll attempt to land on it, see if we are successful or not. Just go onto this and then idle. Push back. Please stop, 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 stop. Oh, okay then. As usual, we are halfway dead. We are going to be dead very soon. If only you can see there. And there we go. We are nose diving into the water with our engines just anchoring at one of the rocks, keeping us barely alive. So if we get off the plane here, the plane will just nose dive. There we go. Alright, so now this challenge didn't work. So now let's move on to our final challenge, which is just to land a plane at the carrier. As you can see, there's just another hive of activity at Great Rockford here. There's so many planes. What's this guy doing here? Okay, fly there. There we go. Let's go. Okay, you know what? Let's try advanced mode. Maybe. Oh, okay. Okay, that was completely unexpected. Okay then, 500 feet. Nice. Okay, maybe not nice. We're way too high. Come on, we're way too fast. What is this? Okay. And then we're stalling. Oh, great. Yep. This plane is way too jerky, the movements. Come on, just land already. What? I keep using the rudder. Okay, so that didn't work. So I think the conclusion is just don't use a joystick in PTFS, just use a mouse. Use this, it's better and it's more ergonomic, I guess. So yeah, that's all for today's video. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you next time as usual. Goodbye.